Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends! This is so excited that we're learning again together. This year should be a special schus for Tida Edith Bas Ita Rachel, and for Rav Avram Yosef ben Moshe Chaim, and for Rav Yitzchak ben Bracha, and the schus Rav Noam Simcha ben Rav David Zev, and Rav Yisor Yaakov ben Sarah Leah. In the Sefer Moadim Mizmanim, in Chelek Beis, in Siman Kuf Mem, he tells the famous story of the Magifa, of the outbreak of cholera, this terrible disease, in Vilna. There was a terrible disease going around, and a lot of people were dying. It was an epidemic. And the doctor said, it's a danger to fast. And I'm going with Yisrael Salanter. Yisrael Salanter, not so well known. Yisrael Salanter was a Gaon Olam. They called him a little riff. The Rif, the famous river, Benu Al-Fasi, was a guy going with Yisrael Salanter. So he used to go around giving pilpulim to convince people he knew how to learn, and then tell them that now you guys got to learn Musar. That's what you got to learn. It's not enough to have pilpul. So Yisrael Salanter was matir for people to eat on Yom Kippur, even healthy people, because apparently he was concerned that there are those sick people who will stubbornly insist on fasting. And everybody's going to say, Kederach, the holy Jews, that they want to fast in Yom Kippur, that there's no chashash sakana. And therefore he said, it doesn't matter, there is a chashash sakana. There isn't a chashash sakana. Everybody has to eat. So here you have a blanket heter that everybody's eating on Yom Kippur, even the healthy people. But the Beis Din in Vilna, headed by Gomer Vitzala, Kohen Vilna, protested very vehemently against this psak, and they publicized and they sent emails and texts to everybody in the community, if I can be anachronistic for a moment, that the healthy people are not allowed to eat, but rather we have to judge kol mikra legufo, have to judge each case individually and see if there's pikuach nefesh. If there's pikuach nefesh, they can eat. And if there's no pikuach nefesh, they can't eat. So what's the yesod of the machlokas? So in the Sefer Mishnah's pikuach nefesh of Yosef Lawrence, he discusses this shaila. The psak of Rabbi Yisrael Salanter that the healthy people should eat because of the chashash that the sick people will fast, and therefore they want to get everyone to eat so nobody can say I'm different. We find similarly in the Maril Diskin, in the Tshuvas and Siman Hey, Contagious Osam Daler and Osamach, that he brings a Tosis in Sanhedrin and Chafavov on the Aleph that they were matir. The Gemara says to plow on Shvius because of Pikuach Nefesh, because the king gave this tax, and the poor people were unable to pay the tax, and they might end up in jail. If they end up in jail, they might die there. Not like our jails today. You know, you have Otisville, you have nice fancy jails for good Yidden. But the jails back then were in such a machaya, and to be honest, from what I'm told, I've never been, I'm never planning to be, but jails today aren't so geschmack either. But they're definitely better than they used to be. So, the chashash is that the aniyim won't be able to pay the tax, and they're going to die in jail, so therefore, according to the Maril Diskin, not only were the aniyim allowed to work, but the ashirim also. Because maybe the aniyim are going to be embarrassed that they're working, and the ashirim aren't working on Shvius, working the land. So they might not work the land, and then they're going to be in danger. So therefore, says the Maril Diskin, everybody was permitted to work, both aniyim and ashirim alike. The same thing here, both the Cholim and the Brim, both of the sick and the healthy, were told by Rabbi Salanter that they have to eat. The Beis Din of Vilna wasn't masking to this heter of Yisrael Salante that the healthy people should eat. Because maybe they don't hold this chiddush of the Maharil Diskin. Who is allowed to plow on Shvius? Who is allowed to work the field on Shvius? Only the Aniyim, and not the Ashirim. So Yisrael Salante has Pshat and Tosas according to the Maharil Diskin on his side, and the Basin didn't hold of that. Or, could be that the Beis Din thought that they could be mefarsing, and they can warn that nobody is allowed to fast if they have a chashash pikuach nefesh. And anybody who fasts has to get a heter miyah Beis Din. And therefore you don't have to worry about a person being stubborn in fasting. Could be that the Beis Din understood there was danger for the sick people, and they were sure that it was only the sick people who were going to fast, and they were going to ensure that the sick people fast. And in this way, no healthy person would eat. We can add that if the Beis Din publicizes, again in the name of Lord Lawrence, that if the Beis Din publicizes to the Cholim that they're not allowed to fast, if somebody does, we're not responsible for him. That's his problem. Beis Din does what they're supposed to do. The person wants to go against the Beis Din, then we're not responsible. In Stei Chemed, in Marechas Yom HaKippurim, Siman Gimel Oz Daled, he brings the Sefer Yishrei Lev that in Yerushalayim, in Taf Reish Chaf Vav, 1826, there was a Magefas Cholera, and there was this terrible disease going around, and everybody fasted on Yom Kippur. Ayin Sham, exactly how they did it. And nobody died. Going around, the Arabs around, looked at that, said, Yahud, wow, how'd you do that? Mamish a miracle. So we have to understand, the Pikuach Nefesh is Docha Kol HaTarakuli, you're not allowed to be Machmir. He writes it was a nace, it was Mashmir of the Derech HaTeva, we wouldn't have been saved. There's a famous Onig Yontiv in Siman Mem Aleph, who writes that somebody who eats matzah, in a situation where he's not allowed to eat matzah, where he's in danger if he eats matzah, and then he gets better, he has to eat again, because he wasn't Yotze the first time. To eat against halacha, it doesn't count as eating. So, Rashi in Yevamos, Samach Daled, on the days that somebody circumcises on Shabbos, when it was a sakana, it's Chil Shabbos. So here also, what's their fast worth? However, in the Shmir Shabbos, Kehilchasa, Perak Lam Tes, Daled, he writes in the name of Shlomo Zalman that if there's a place that there's only a small, remote sakana, muter lahachmir v'latzum v'lismoch and shomer mitzvah v'yeda davar ra. In such an instance, you're allowed to fast if it's only a chshat mu'er of sakana, and shomer mitzvah v'yeda davar ra. So maybe they thought it was only a mute sakana. It was only a small danger if they did it with they have horos there, they have a takana of how to be very careful. And look there and see how they did it. But maybe they thought it was only mute sakana. And you see that in the end, shomer mitzvah ida davara, nobody ended up being harmed. So why did he say vahin the nes la'amin? What's the nes? It's difficult to say, but it wasn't really a danger. When we say for Tshuvas Uksavim, in Ostas of the Chazon Ish, it says, B'chlal tzarech zehirus yiseira v'heter de pikuach nefesh. V'vanu lahafriz al-amida, yiftechu kol chamiros b'shabbos b'tainas hefzer parnasa. It says you have to be careful. Once you're already talking about pikuach nefesh, anybody can open up their store on Shabbos and say, if I don't open my store, it's pikuach nefesh, I need the parnasa. B'chlal im anidon, bittul ha-Shabbos, ha-v'chil Hashem, and the mevatel Shabbos is chil Hashem, and chil Hashem is hard v'ayavur. You really have to be very careful before you're not things because of the pikuach nefesh. So it could be that that's what the Beis Din of Vilna felt, that if they let everybody fast. So the Chazon Ish says you have to have Zehirus to say about the Pikuach Nefesh. And the lo kol kach pashut. The lo kol kach pashut. To allow people stam to be over Mishum Pikuach Nefesh. So therefore they said the Anshirim, no. The Aniyim, yes. The Anshirim are not allowed to fast. The healthy people are not allowed to fast. And the unhealthy people are allowed to fast. Otherwise it'll be like a Chil Hashem. You have the whole town eating on Yom Kippur, even though a lot of people are strong and healthy. So that was the argument. What the Shikol Hadassah was. The Shikol Hadassah, the Chazon Ish writes that the Beis Din of Vilna felt that no, not everybody should fast, only the Cholim. And the Shikol Hadassah, where you saw Salant, there was no, it's worth it, it's not a Chil Hashem, we have to save everybody's life, make sure everybody fasts. In the Chasim Sofer and the Likutim and the Chelik Vav Simach of Gimel, he brings Shadas Harofim, Shigam Lebriim Asur Latzim B'Shansam Agepa Ki Yishlachush, Shem Yatzim Yecholish Was Tiktikenu Hara Ba'avir, Shabir Shem Alecholi. So he said, the doctor said that if there's illness in the air, even the healthy people are liable to get sick. Unless they eat. If they eat, they're less likely to get sick. If they don't eat, then they're likely to catch it. And therefore, that was where Yisrael Salanter felt. The Briim have to eat in order not to catch the illness. Not only Mishum Chashash, that the Cholim won't fast, like the Modem Zmanim brings, but maybe mitzad the Briim themselves, the healthy people themselves. And what about the Beis Din of Vilna? So in the Sefer Steichem, and he brings the Sefer Reishis Bikurim of Hagon Rav Tzal Elchonon Vilna. He says to tell the Doros Olam that 3 times they fasted during a Magefa, during a plague, and nothing happened, and therefore everybody has to fast. So they didn't think that it was there was such a danger. They felt Shomer Mitzvah Le'eda Davar. So therefore, Achopanim the Briim could eat. But the Rebbe Salanter maybe held like this Chiddush of the Chasim Sofer. Since the doctors say that if they don't eat, they're liable to be in danger. They were told to eat, even the Briim. In Ksubis, there's a Gemara that says that Yoshua ben Levi used to go to Bali Ra'asan, used to go to these sick people, Mikwach Bahu, he would connect himself to them, and he would learn Torah. And he would say, Torah, Agune Umatzla. The Torah is going to protect me from all harm. Nothing's going to happen. Now, this rule of Torah Magnu Matzla doesn't allow one to be machnas himself to sakana. It doesn't allow himself to endanger himself. You see in kindness chafam and days, in somchan ala nes, you're not allowed to rely on a miracle. Maybe you'll get a miracle and it's going to deduct from your schuyas. Also, shluchim mitzvah in and izokim, but shchiach hazeka. It's a common hezek. You're not samech on an ace. Chidushin lamet has on the days. So, how could it be samech on Torah magro matzla? You don't want to have an ace happen to you. Shluchim mitzvah in and izokim is now where shchiach hazeka. So it could be that these people, the shchin of the Baalei Ra'asan, these people, the boils, these people who had a Baalei Ra'asan, it says there that it's a disease of sheretz b'mochov. It could be it wasn't Sakanas Nefashis, maybe it was Tsar Gadol. There's nobody shmart and nobody nafshe seichem. And therefore he wasn't concerned with his life for Yoshua ben Levi. And everybody else felt that the other rabbis didn't want to go near because they were afraid that they'd get sick. They'd have a lot of tsar. And a person doesn't have to Mekayim mitzvah is going to cause him a lot of tsar. And the mitzvah of Bikur Cholim, your tsar comes first. And Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, he was batuach b'torah, and therefore he was osek b'torah, and he said everything's going to be fine. And You don't say here ain't somchan ala nes, because here he's trying to do a mitzvah. So to do a mitzvah, it's worth it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're willing, you say, let me lose a few schuyas, but let me get the mitzvah. But in fact, the person's willing to lose his schuyas to get the mitzvahs already. Makes him not lose his schuyas, probably. Even if we say that these people were contagious, and there was sakanas nefashos, and it was shchiach hazeka, and that's why the other Amoraim didn't want to go near them. And the Sefer Menorah Samori writes that even though in Somchan Halanes, and if you're standing in tefillah, and an akrov comes, and so you can stop, take care of this akrov, this leech, whatever it's called. Nevertheless, a chassid is called Yamav Zoyer B'Mitzvah V'Tech B'Hashem. Chassid is Sovavenu. Person is a big tzaddik, then he's going to be surrounded by chesed. And this menorah somewhere is brought by the Eliyah Rab and Arachaim Reish Siman Samach Vav. So according to this, we can say that was then Hagar B'Yeshua ben Levi. He was somech on his Torah that's going to protect him. It's like in davening, a chassid doesn't have to stop his davening when he sees an akrov, a scorpion, because he can be somech on his tzidkus. And this Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, he wanted to be Mivakar Chola, to strengthen them, mechazik them. Also, maybe the Chazon Ish writes in Arachaim Siman and Tes Dalit that something's only Ktsas Sakana, and it's mutter to be Mechal Shabbos for them. It's somebody who's Botech B'Shem, Ein Maznichin Asa. So it's okay. Sometimes the person's a little Sakana, but he still doesn't want to be Mechal Shabbos. It's fine. It's only Ktsas Sakana. Shuvas Ksav and Chazon Ish and Siman and Ches. It's Ki Yotze B'Zeh Binyan Pikuach Nefesh. And it's only Ma'at Sakana. The more bitachon you have, the more you can endanger yourself. So that was maybe the case for Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. He figured it's tzas sakana, but he was somech on his madrega and his Torah. He wouldn't be harmed. And Stei Chemed and Erech Bikur Cholim, Ereches Beis, Kuftas Zayin, he brings the name of the Shulchan Gavoh that a person shouldn't visit Choli Hamagefa. Shouldn't visit sick people if they're contagious. And that's really the shaila here. Is it mutter to visit sick people if they're contagious? So Stei Chemed brings no. Only those memunim shemakavim schar molei, only if they're like doctors, they're paid for this. Only they're allowed to do it. Only they're allowed to visit. The shaila is why? Does it matter they're paid schar molei? It could be referring to the Noda B'Yehud in Yoredei and Madura Tinyana Siman Yud. The person's allowed to endanger himself a little bit for Parnasa. If it says Ve'ela B'Nosei it's Nafsho, and Chazal say Motzar Nafsho L'Sakana. And therefore, if this is their Parnasa, they're allowed to endanger themselves. But Stam, you shouldn't endanger yourself to visit a Chola. Not only that, but maybe if this is their job, are we going to let all the sick people die because they're contagious? And that's it, they're all going to die. So we tell the doctors it's a little bit of a sakana, but we have to also worry about the sick people. So you get into the shaila of you're allowed to be machnes yourself to a suffix sakana to save your friend who's in a vade sakana. So that there's the kind and there's the kind, as we've discussed at length in other shiurim. So we learned some choshev inyanim here about pikuach nefesh, tzakanas nefashos. We give ourselves a bracha that we should be zocha lilmod u'lelamed lishma v'laso kindness kol divrei sam v'rotz v'hava. Amen v'amen. Shalom shalom. Sweetest and most beloved friends.